Empezamos. Y esto solamente es para mí, ¿ok, chicas? Porque muchas veces yo pongo y sale live y todo el mundo empieza a ser interactivo, a escribirte, a llamarte, a todo. Es un drama. Pero muy chévere. Ok, chicas, saluden a la cámara, digan sus nombres.
Pero tú vas a presentar, ¿no?
Uh-huh. No, hablen ustedes directamente al Face.
Ok. Hola a todos.
Perfecto. Hablen un poquito del micrófono a ver si está funcionando.
Hola. Hola. Hello.
Perfecto,
Hola.
Perfecto. Voy a bajarlo un poquito más.
Vale.
Ok, chicas, aquí estamos. Estamos en KGNU, vamos a hacer una entrevista acerca de sus historias de migración. Y bueno, les doy el micrófono. Adelante. Venga.
Okay. My name is Claudia Murphy, and I've been in the U.S. for 20 years. The day I left my country, it was the day of my wedding. I mean, I got married to an American citizen, and so I had to move over here to, first we moved to Arizona, and then we moved to California, and then Arizona again, California, and now we're living in Boulder, Colorado. It's easy, my story is just, it was never really difficult for me to move over here, to move anywhere. The doors were always open for me, very different to other people. Like even before getting married, I could travel to this country, I could come and do some shopping with my parents and all that, so it was not really a big change or anything. And when I met my husband, I really didn't have plans to move to the U.S. I mean, it was never really my plan. I had a great life in Mexico, and I loved living there, and I have a great family. I have everything. But I mean, I fell in love, and I had to move, and I'm fine. I mean, we're very happy, and I'm very grateful of whatever has happened in this country, and we're still married, happy, 2 kids. And it's a great story. I can go back to Mexico whenever I want. My parents can come, and so it's not been really that hard. It's just hard being away from family sometimes. And now that my kids are older, it's just difficult that they cannot share so many things. But we're so close, and we have so many things right now. We have Facebook, and we have screen time. We have, so many things that we can do that it's not really like before, or like people that cannot go back to their countries or cannot travel. So it's so I think it's a different story. But that would be very nice.
Nice, Claudia. It's a very interesting story, and you mentioned to me before we started the interview that you were from Veracruz, and it's a very nice state in Mexico. So my story, I am from Michoacan, and the first thing I remember, it was in 2009. 2007, I went to study to Italy. As part of my major, I did my major in Puebla, chemical engineering. So I went to study in Italy for 1 year. And it was difficult the first time because you miss family, you miss food. But Italians and French and Portuguese, we are very similar in our habits, culture, things that we like. We're very loud. So after a while, I really like it, and I love the experience living overseas. So I applied for a master, and I got my scholarship. I went to study to Saudi Arabia, and I did my master in environmental engineering. And there I met my husband, and also, as you mentioned, we moved to different countries because we love each other and we wanted to be together. He is from Lebanon. And so far, our experience has been amazing. We have a baby girl. She is 16 months, Irene, so she's half Mexican and half Arab. And I tell my friends that she can be the worst nightmare for some people because she is half Mexican and half Arab. So we're trying to tell her, you're American because you were born here, but you need to keep these cultural values on you. So my husband always speaks to her in Arabic, and I speak to her in Spanish. And yeah, we're gonna try to involve and to pass the values that we were having in back in our countries. And I agree with you. I haven't had a bad story or a bad experience living in the US. I'm grateful for this country. It has given us a lot of opportunities, and now that I'm working more with the community, I want to support more the Latino and the Hispanic paisanos. And I don't know you, but I think we can do great things in America, and all of us, we are American continent, and we have to take advantage of the resource that we have here in the US, and live as one, because we breathe the same air. We all of us, we pay taxes, and we share the same food. We are one in one country, so I think we can do great things together. And yeah, I'm happy here to share my story. Do you want to continue with?
I think there's a lot of people who are in this country who really like our culture, and they really, I mean, everywhere I've been, everywhere, there's always people that are interested in what I cook, what I do, my language, and everything. I've never really had a negative experience, as you said. Never, never felt any kind of I don't know, negative feelings or anything because of my country or my culture or anything, never. And so it's hard for me just to try. I don't know why some people find these experiences, and I don't know, is it because we are in another world or another, I don't know, because I never found it. All my friends have always been very helpful and very nice and very interested in the culture. And everybody always tells you, I go to Mexico, I know this place and that, and they try to engage in your country and your things. And so it's just incredible that I don't know who are these people who are just being racist and who are not being fair with other people. But I'm lucky I've never found them, and I hope I never do, and my kids don't find them either.
Yeah, I think it has to do with education. When people is exposed to experiences, to travel overseas, to read literature that is not just in English. They can get exposed to what other people think, how other people live, and maybe some people here, they just focus on some local news or local channels that they don't have exposed themselves to learn about our
That's
culture.
true.
But now we see that, for example, the Day of the Dead, now we see that more cities, more communities are doing those events just to expand our culture. Because something that personally I want to change while being here is the common notion people have about Latin people, that they are lazy, they just eat tacos or drink tequila. No, we are very formal, we are professionals. We sometimes even we know more information than other people, so we can offer a lot into this country.
It's true. And then about the cultural differences, there are some cultural difference. Friendships are just very different. 2 years ago, we lived in Mexico for 1 year. I wanted my kids to experience that because I knew it was different. So I wanted them to experience the Mexican culture and everything. So we went to Veracruz for 1 year, and they went to school and everything. That year, just 1 year, I made more friends than all my life. The 20 years I've been in the US. It's different. But it's not better or worse. It's just different. And it's here you have to learn how to deal with people. You have to be very careful, very respectful. And in Mexico, you already know, kind of know who is going to be your friend almost just looking at them. You already know, and you can tell where they started, and you already can measure how they are. Here it's very difficult to know who is who. So for me it's just difficult to read, but still I think it's it's multicultural. Everywhere I lived in California, here I found people from all over the world. And I've always been friends with people from all over the world. So that's what I like about this country, that you find really people from different places, and you can make friends with them, and they understand you and you understand them, and I think that's very, very nice.
Yeah, I agree that although there are many issues going around, I think we as an immigrants, we should respect the place where we live, because it's not our native country. So yeah, I thank for all the equity, diversity that some Americans are offering to our community, but we as a Latin people must understand that we are immigrants, and we should respect them, the system, the rules,
Exactly.
how things are, and then I think by doing that we can like create a link, a bond with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I haven't lived in Mexico since 2007, but you are right. If you go there and you see people, you say, hey, mi casa es tu casa, your house is my house, you are my friend. And sometimes being like that, it helps us to break the ice and to build bridges with other people. And at least, I mean, this is happening at my work, and it's helping me a lot. But I'm also very thoughtful and respectful regarding the system.
Yeah, it's true. And the language too. I mean, there's a lot of people who come to this country and they don't want to learn English or they don't want to speak English. You just have to. You have to learn English. You have to learn the rules. You have to follow the rules. You cannot do whatever you were doing in your country because it's not like that. So you just have to follow the rules, and there are some things you don't like and some things you like. But I mean, everywhere you go, it's going to be that way. Like there are some positive things, some negative things. You just have to be positive and just look at the good things, and then just, I mean, value those things, and then just try to be happy and try to, I mean, be yourself, but respecting others, as you say. I think that's very important. Yeah.
And regarding the last point, and how do I contribute to United States? I think I work in the sustainability program here in Boulder County in Longmont. What I do is like trying to build bridges between the Anglo business community and the Latino community, because my program is focusing on the sustainable business program. So we want to recognize businesses for the amazing efforts they are making to reduce their environmental impact, acting socially responsible, and contributing to the local economy. And I am like a cultural broker because I know the system and I know different multicultural communities, and I want to involve everyone. I want that all resources are available to everyone. If we can make some material in Spanish, okay, great. But if not, I'm here to translate what is there to the Latino community. And so far, it has been a great experience, and I hope to contribute more. And as I told you, I mean, be only one entity in one country.
Yeah.
But of course, respecting our different cultural background.
Yeah. I think that when we say contribute to America, we have to think more about contributing to the world. Like right now, even what you do, I think you're contributing to the world, not only to this country, but to everybody.
Yeah.
And so it's more of a thing that we have to think about that. Like how are we contributing to America? What are we contributing to the world? Even educating our kids. Even them being bilingual, them respecting other cultures, them talking to them, be with them. I mean, there's so many things we can do, and we can share also our values. There are lots of things here in the U.S. that they don't have. They don't have the same values that we have in our countries. So we have to let them know, like, okay, they think, yeah, it's important to have money. It's important to have this. But it's important also to have friends. It's important to be with your kids. It's important to listen to them. You can be friends with them. You don't have to forget about them when they're 18 years old and they go away. I mean, you just don't have to do that. Here, families are just separated. In our countries, they are not. In our countries, like everybody gets together. My family gets together. All of them get together, and it doesn't matter how old they are, where they live. Or I mean, I go and visit, and everybody goes and visits us, and everybody goes there. So they have to learn that from us, and I think, I mean, all over the world, I mean, we have to be that way. Like we have to just try to share that and just try to contribute to America, to contribute to the world, and contribute to everybody. Just try to make better people and just to be better persons, and try our experiences here, maybe just bring them there. As you say, I mean, with the things that you do, I think it's super interesting what you're doing, and it's very good. Like, it's and you can export that to another country too. I mean, later, not just keep it here, but just export it to another country, and that would be very valuable.
Especially our our countries. I mean, that they are like developing countries that they don't have the sustainability and the environmental focus a lot because they are more focusing on social and economic issues first. But yeah, you're right. If they see that it's working here, why not to transport that framework to other countries? Because Central, South America, Mexico, they are very rich in natural resources, and if we are not careful, we really can face a lot of issues in the future. And as you say, our family, our kids, those are the guys gonna face those problems.
And all over the world. It's not only
and all over the world.
Yeah.
And especially in the developing countries. Well, it has been nice talking to you and learning about your experience. And yeah, I think educating our kids. And now you see more the schools are more diverse. So I think sharing the values there will be helpful as well.
Yes.
Thank you. I would like you to speak about being married with somebody that is not from your same country. I think that is super important because you both share this experience of being married with somebody with another culture, and how do you navigate these differences?
Wow. I mean, it's amazing, but at the beginning was hard because the Arab people